You are live. Hey, single moms, the Single Moms Club. Hey, single moms in the Single Moms Club. Hello. Let me check my other device and make sure that you guys can hear me. That's just, something I do. Not necessary, but it's just I double check myself. I do that at work. Um, I actually don't do that so much at home, but sometimes I do. But I do it all the time at work just to make sure I don't make a mistake or that I'm doing something efficiently. But at home, in my home life, that's where I'm working on. I'm working on that and doing that better to have some self checks in there, a lot more, more self checks to help keep myself focused, which it actually has a lot to do with what we're doing here. When I have things that I need to work on, I focus on those things for a while, basically as long as it takes for me to get through a journal, and then I move on to some other things. I know that I'm working on those things, and when I start seeing progress in that, and I have developed some type of system or something, then I'll just keep going. So I think I turned my volume down. Those things for a while. Okay. Nope. I didn't. I thought I had it turned down and then it was super loud. And so, yes, you can hear me. Hey, Ashley, thank you for watching live. I appreciate you. My name is Bess Parks, and I am the founder of the Single Moms Club. And I am also the creator of, I like to call it hashtag Single Moms Level Up, even though it's just Single Moms Level Up. And that's on YouTube and Instagram. Is that's the main platforms I'm on way more often than I do challenge. So when I'm not doing challenges, that's where I am. I'm posting things, I'm giving information, things of that sort, encouragement, and that as well. And I also post in the group and on the Single Moms Level Up Facebook page. So we're kind of everywhere on most of the platforms. I haven't ventured into TikTok. I'm not there yet. And I don't know if I will be there. So that's just it's a lot because this is all me by myself doing all of this. So maybe when I get some other people, a team of people to like take on some of these other things, I'll add some of that stuff. But at the moment, this is all that I could do, and it's a lot. But I like doing it. I like encouraging single moms. That is something that is that I was just born. I'm just that's just me. I'm just that way. I encourage other people. And I like helping other people too, helping people to figure things out. Puzzles are one of my favorite things to I like doing puzzles. I like doing things like that, word searches, things where I have to use my mind to figure things out. And so I like to do things like that, and that helps because kids like to play games. So my kids, we got Monopoly and Scrabble and Uno, playing cards, dominoes, and the kids came up with all these games when they went to school, and came back with all these games, Slap and I can't think of the other, Speed. That was the other one of the other card games was Speed. And I did some of them. The teachers are showing them, and they're learning tools. My mom was a teacher for 30 years, over 30 years, and those are learning tools because I told her that my son was having issues with counting, with math, and she told me to teach him how to play dominoes. So I was like, okay, but that's only fives, tens, 15s, 20s. But regardless of the fact that it's just by fives, they're still learning a lot of math. And now my son is very good at math. That's one of his favorite subjects is math. And he always did well and got good grades in math. So I guess mom knew best. But today is the third day of the Single Moms Level Up Challenge. And the challenge that we are in today is Yeah, y'all, I did it again. I ate the rest of that spicy food, and so I've got a little bit of indigestion. I apologize. I don't know why I do that to myself. It tastes good, but and I really shouldn't do it. I need to have more self control. Um, so we're this is day 3 of the 5-day single mom co-parenting challenge, and so we're talking about that about co-parenting. Co-parenting is something that we have to work at continuously. Um, Not continuously like every day, but it is a constantly changing thing because events change, life changes, and we gotta be flexible with it, because things come up and things happen that are a lot of times out of our control. Some of them are in our control, and we just but stuff happens, so we have to give room for that. Now I'm gonna get do this first before I talk about the topic today, because I've mentioned it a couple of times and now it's day 3, and I want to show you the what's in the single mom's queen kit and actually tell you what these things are so that you're aware of it. For the past 2 nights I've been saying that I was gonna mention that, and but they just kind of went by really fast. So I'm gonna talk about this first here. Hey Tiffany, thank you for watching, and I'm glad that you are enjoying your single mom queen kit, which is a self care kit with some self love things in there as well. She was the winner of the single mom queen kit actually not last month, but I think the month before. Yeah, I think it was a month before that she had won. And I can only keep this stuff for so long. I don't have a lot of room to keep this stuff, to keep all these things in the house. So I'll give you about 3 chances to take up on the gift. And wow, Facebook is really really slow. Hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna wait till it shows up on there. But anyway, the single mom. I always have a single mom queen kit giveaway, and it's usually something for your body, something for your hands or your feet, something for you to travel with to help yourself out, and also some self love. So I had a friend of mine that is a certified licensed relationship coach, and she had come on last year. Was that last year? Either last year or it was during COVID. Um, I don't know. 2021 just kind of escapes me a little bit because it seemed like it just went by really fast. So that wasn't last year. That was actually in 2020. She came on, and she explained to us the difference between self love and self care. So self love is the inside of you. So it's like your mind, your heart, your spirit, your soul. It's all of that. That's the inside. So that's self love. And that's taking care of that, and it's completely different than self-care. Self-care is all the stuff we do on the outside, our hair, our nails, um your skin on the outside, your body, your feet. All of that is self-care. All the outside stuff is self-care, and all the inside stuff within yourself, your mind, your body, your mind, your heart, your soul, you know um all of that is self-love. And so we need to check in, and she's like, we need to check in on ourselves every week. Once a week we need to check in on ourselves. Am I okay? What am I feeling? And address whatever those feelings are. um and don't fall completely into them, because but just figure out why they're there. Feelings are basically warning signs, or well, yeah, they're warning signs that, hey, you feel happy, or hey, I'm feeling sad, or hey, I'm feeling this way, or hey, I'm feeling that way. But you need to know where it comes from. It's a reaction. It's a reaction to something, and sometimes it's an internal inside thing that's stimulating that, or it's something on the outside, or it's something we put into our bodies. So we have to pay attention to that. And she said that we should check in with ourselves once a week through our self-care and self-love. So we should do that once a week to keep ourselves in balance, with ourselves, and keep ourselves healthy mentally. It's mental health. So anyway, this is what's in the Single Mom Queen Kit giveaway this month. So there is a polish and purify body. So there is a shower and a scrub, a shower gel and a scrub, or they call it a cleanser, but it's basically a shower gel and a scrub. And this is for your body. So and then there is I think this one is an oil lotion, and this is new, so the packaging is new, so it's kind of it's kind of throwing me off as to which is which, because they look very similar. But hey, Kanisha, thanks for joining live. I like that, and I need you to, yeah, yeah, yeah. And a lot of single moms completely lose themselves. Me too. Me too, because I did that and totally lost myself, and then was like, when my son was going to graduate, the year before he was about to graduate, I was like, what am I going to do? And then I started realizing that I wasn't taking care of myself. I would do it here and there, and literally, there we go. Literally, what I was doing was I was only taking one self-care day a year. And I was like, what the heck? You know, hey, Maria Isabel, thanks for joining live. So I was just doing it once a year. And I was like, that's crazy that I was only doing a self care day once a year, and then expecting myself to last the rest of the 364 days and be good. Hey, Rebecca, thank you for joining live. And so that I found that interesting. And so I've worked my way into doing it once a month. And now I've gotten that down where I was at least doing some type of self care for myself, doing pedicure, manicure, taking a long shower, complete moisturizing my whole entire body from top to bottom, from the top of my head to the soles of my feet, basically. And so I was doing that for a while, and so I got it to a month, and so now I'm to the point where I'm actually doing it once a week. Sometimes that self-care for me is taking a nap, and if I can get a nap in, because my kids are older, I got a 16, actually she'll be 17 tomorrow, so I got a 17-year-old and a soon-to-be 22-year-old, so they're older, so I can do that. But a lot of times I gotta lock the door. I'll lock the door, and I may or may not tell them that I'm taking a nap, but I'll lock the door so that they got to knock to come in. They can't just bust in my room and just like, snatch me out of my sleep, and then I'm just cranky the rest of the day. But that, things like that happen. But this is self care. And so these are the things that are for your body. And then there's actually a hand soap that's in the same scent. And this is the Royal Olive scent. And then there is uh, a cream for your hands as well, a hand cream. You would think that this lotion is good enough, but hand cream is totally different. It's a different thickness for your hands, because our hands get abused a lot, and trying to put the same thing on our hands that we put on our body, when we don't do so much with our body that physically scrubs and does things to the texture and the feel of our hands. Um, that's a good thing to do. This other thing is just something that I like. It's a good smelling perfume. It's just some little vials of perfume, because sometimes I forget to put perfume on because I'm rushing. And I used to do that a lot when my kids were young. So I had little vials of perfume. There's one in my car, one in my purse, one in my desk at work. And so there's 5 of them in here, so you can have those and then have some backups as well. And then there is, you get to choose 3 of these nail polishes and some nail lacquer polishes. These are the most popular colors right here, that are available. And then there's these little discs. So I mentioned these the other day, and here it is. Here's the here's that little disc. I hope you can see that. Here's that little disc. And this is what it does. So this is a clear bowl. I should have cleaned it a little bit better, but I think I put lotion on my hands, so the lotion's like smearing a little bit on it. But this is it. Um, Let me put this towel over my laptop so I don't ruin my laptop in the midst of trying to show you something. I hope you guys had a good day. And so, okay. So here is that thing. And so I'm gonna pour it on this. You don't have to have a bowl. You could do this in your hand. So you pour it on it. You see how it just like puffed up and then like became bigger. So I'm gonna unfold this because that little tablet, okay, if I can find the beginning, there we go. Okay, so that little tablet turns into this. Wow, this is like, I don't know. Okay, I just couldn't see the places where it started. Okay, so that little tablet turns into this big face cloth. It turns into that. Um, and I'm just like, hey, that's awesome. So it's basically, they call it a face washcloth. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and use that because it was 100 and something degrees today. And I'm just like burning. I was burning up getting in and out of the car, going to lunch and coming out from work and stuff. And it's like worse coming out from work because it's, now the heat of the day and the clouds were out as well. So that thing is an awesome thing because, that's room temperature water that I used. It wasn't even cold, but that was room temperature water. But being out here in Texas, and I'm in Houston, Texas, so we're close to the Gulf, so we get that really humid weather. Um, just that is a relief for my skin. My skin's like, yes, thank you. So there's that. And then there's this journal. So I have mine here, and I actually have one for myself. So this is the journal that comes in the kit. It comes with a pen. You get a pen. It has this nice little rubber thing to help keep the journal closed. Um, you don't really need that, but I mean, it's nice to have just in case if you do fold it open. And then it's got these little tabs, these little markers so you can mark the page of where you're at. I have one marked on the front, the very first page of where I started in my writing my goals and my 5 areas of my life. And then I have one for where I left off, doing my journaling. So that's what that is. And then one of the things that I'm excited about is the Single Moms Academy. I'm giving away every single month. I'm giving away a Single Moms Academy 12-month membership. So what I'm doing with that membership is I'm going to be I'm creating this Single Moms Academy. I'm gathering things that we can talk about, book clubs that we can have, information for that. We'd have weekly chats and all that stuff. I'm going to talk about this much more later tomorrow, but that's what this is. It is a 12-month free membership. And so far, I think I've got 15 people because I think I've given away 15 single mom queen kits, or probably actually 12 because 2 people did not respond. So they did not get their gifts. Yeah, nothing I could do about that. But sometimes I can say, as a single mom, we ask for help, but then don't look for the help to show up. And so we miss things. We miss something where somebody was just trying to be kind and bless us with something that can help us. Sometimes we do that. I've done that from time to time. And, it happens. So here is the topic for today. We're talking about work it out. It's may or may not be what you want to hear, but we're talking about work it out. That's today's topic in the single mom co-parenting challenge. So what I mean about work it out is this: we have to physically do something to work out that stress, the anxiety, the worry, um, and maybe even the fear of the co-parenting whole way that works, um, how it works, how it's going to work. And we need to address all of that. We need to work it out. And sometimes that may require us to actually like go for a walk, do some bike riding, roller skating, whatever it is, but do some type of activity so that you can be outside, let your thoughts run free, and you just pay attention to riding the bike or walking or whatever. And you could do this with your kids. That was something that I had started doing with my kids. Was doing, we go bike riding. We all have bikes, and we would go bike riding. I think my son was in junior high and my daughter was in elementary school. And so we all got bikes, and so we would bike ride. We would race on the way home. So as soon as we came around the corner and we were like, a few houses from from our house, we would race to the house to see who got there first. Um, it usually wasn't me, but it was fun to have that activity. And everybody, I would still try to, and I would do that. And so it would be really fun. But it was really fun for me. I remember that I liked bike riding a whole lot when I was little. I bike rode like every day, and rode my bike to the liquor store to get candy. Rode it to the fast food place to get some things. Sometimes rode it to the mall or rode it to the park or whatever. So I remember that and I pulled that out. So think about some of the things that you did when you were a child that made you happy. And a lot of it is really simple, but you can use that. And I'm sure it was something that had involves physical activity. And that's something that will take your allow you to just brain dump, just let stuff out, let it go, hey, this isn't serving me, I don't need that. It's easy to let it go. Even if you work out in a gym, some people are gym rats. I am not. But some people like going to the gym, and they go there and they work out and then they feel totally better. But you got to do the same thing. You got to focus on what you're doing at the time, and then that allows all these random thoughts that come in just go away because you're focusing on this. You start telling yourself, "Hey, I don't need that thought. That's not benefiting me in any way. That can go." So we do that. So this is what I mean about work it out. So do it that way. And then a lot of times when you're doing things like I found out that I was a good gardener. And I never knew that because I had asthma and allergies really bad when I was little. I still have it, but it's manageable. Because I'm realizing the things I need to do, which my mom had told me when I was little, but things I need to do in order to keep it under control. But I realized in gardening, the funny thing is that every time I go out and garden, I get these uh I get an understanding that, a lot of the problems that we have are just like weeds in the garden. If we don't address them, they grow and they get out of control. Then you gotta, hack it down before you can actually pull it up by the root, because of a weed. If you don't pull it up by the root, it's coming back. And not only is it coming back, it's coming back with a vengeance. I mean, it's just gonna grow and it's really, that's where that saying comes from, grow like a weed. It's like it seems like overnight that thing grows and it's out of control. So we got to address that and pluck these things out from the root. And so how we do that is by getting find out the feeling. Where's this feeling coming from? And then dig a little deeper and figure out what's causing this feeling. And then figure out, is it something that I can control? And a lot of times, if it's a person, a lot of times you can't control other people. The only person we can control is ourselves. And so this work it out part is important. It's the physical part. It is the part of the journaling that we want to set some goals. And let me find that. Set some goals, and we want to set some goals. We want to write down what the benefits are, and then write down what our course of action is going to be. What are you going to set for goals for you to get some type of physical activity involved in your life, so that you can work out the things that we need to work out. This will help you make better decisions if you have something where you could just brain dump and makes get some type of physical activity in your life. Whether you are thin, whether you're a little bit chunky, whether you're fluffy, whether whatever it is, whatever size you are, we all need to exercise. I didn't know that because I used to be skinny mini to the point that people would tease me that I was skinny. And it was crazy, it was crazy. But I didn't know, nobody really told me I needed that physical activity. I did because I had very high metabolism. I had a lot of energy. But then I turned 31, 30. Then I turned 30 and my metabolism changed. And I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what that was. And I was just like, what, something's going on with my body. And I told my mom, I said, hey, something's going on with my body. I don't know what it is, but something's not right. Something's changing. I can't put my finger on it. So my told me to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor and told him, hey, something's changing in my body, and I'm not sure what it is. And so they ran, of course, a whole bunch of tests and everything. And I was just like, you know, not sure what was going on. And yeah, yeah, Kanisha said, same here. Yes, same here. She had the same thing, that her metabolism changed, and that just changed the whole dynamic of my body. And but yeah, so that changed, and it would have been different if they would have considered the fact that, hey, you're 30 years old, and that's the time when your body changes and your hormone levels change. So didn't say that. And I'm not sure if it's because I went to a family doctor instead of an OBGYN, because if I'd have went to an OBGYN, they would have probably said something. But that's a sad thing that they both don't realize that. If I'm telling you I'm feeling like something's wrong, and they told me they did all this test and stuff, and they said there's nothing wrong with you. So I was like, okay. So what did I do? I kept eating like I was, because I was able to eat anything I wanted without gaining a lick of weight. The only time that I gained weight was when I started working out, because I had to, in a class, a physical or a health class. The teacher happened to be one of those teachers that wanted to tell us about the physical fitness of our bodies. And so he challenged us to some things, and he challenged us to lift our own weight. That was one of the things. We could lift our own weight, or we could create a diet for ourselves. I was like, I'm gonna eat what I want to eat because I can. And so I was like, I'll just, attempt to lift my weight. That was my challenge. So at the time, I weighed 120 pounds and had about 3% fat. So that's how small I was. And so I attempted to lift my own weight, which in turn, because I was using weights and everything, I gained about 20 pounds, and it was muscle. So it was all muscle. That's why I had 3% fat, because it was all muscle. And so I gained like 20 pounds. And but at the end of the class, I was not quite at my weight. I was able to lift 110 pounds with my legs, not with my arms, but with my legs. I was able to lift 110 pounds. Um, I was really proud of myself about that, because I was like, wow, I'm stronger than I think. And I also realized that whatever I put my mind to, I can do it. I can do it. If I put my mind to it, and my mind says that I could do it, and I speak that I could do it, it happens. And that's been coming up and coming across to me through a lot of different avenues about that. And I've heard it, through a lot of people on TV and everything. And I was just like, wow, if I really put my mind to stuff, I can do things. And so when hard things come up in my life that I have to do or that I need to do, um, and it doesn't seem like there's anybody around to do it, I find myself digging into that place, and it's just deep inside of me and saying, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. What do I need to do to what tools do I need to get this done? And I go get those tools and I get it done. And yeah, I may be in the middle of it saying, "Oh my God, I need your help." God, help me. And that's that prayer part that we talked about yesterday. Um, and I didn't realize at the time when I was doing that those were prayers. I thought I was just, saying stuff. you know, didn't realize that it was seen as a prayer, and I really was talking to God. And I did make it through a lot of things that way, with those little short prayers and asking for help. And I made it through those things, and it was amazing. It was amazing. So find some physical activity, write down a goal, whether it's one goal or two or three or four, whatever it is, just at least write down one, and be patient with yourself. Trust the process. If you don't come up with one right away, just write it down in your journal. Do the same way that we've done, as before. And I could show you that, again, just in case there's people on that weren't on previously. And by the way, the replays are available under the guide section of the Facebook group, the Single Moms Club, which is a private Facebook group. So if you're watching on the YouTube channel, you may not be able to see that. Well, yes, you can, because the replays will be available on YouTube as well, and you can go back and watch. Day one doesn't say day one on it. I realized I didn't write the title correctly, but it's there, and you could look at that. So it's going to take a minute here for Facebook to catch up with my screen because it's moving a little slow. So I'll just talk about it. So we're putting a line down the middle of the page, and then we're like, making a line under, almost like a cross. And so we're putting a line down the middle of the page, and we're this is for physical. This is the third building block in our foundation that we're building for ourselves and our children. Um, to stand on. And so to stand on, for to help us out through life. um so you write a goal and you'll start out with an I will statement. So physical, um this is one of mine. I will start riding my bike on the weekends, which Friday and Saturday. I will start riding my bike on Friday and Saturday, in the evenings, after work, and then in the evening after I have my day off. And on Sundays, I'm off on Sundays, so I will start riding my bike in the evenings on Saturday and Sunday. What's the benefit to those? What will be the benefit of that? So I will benefit by gaining good health. I will benefit by having some cardio activity. I will benefit by being able to brain dump while I'm out there, because I won't be focusing on the issues and whatever else is going on in my life and at work and all that stuff. I can just enjoy. I will be able to enjoy um, meeting new neighbors because I know the neighbors will be out. I will enjoy the scenery of my neighborhood. I will enjoy just the fresh air. I will enjoy all of that, and those are some of the benefits. I will have less stress. I will have less anxiety. I will decrease my anxiety. I will decrease my stress. So my course of action will be to I'm going to set an alarm. For me, I'm an alarm person and a list person. So I'll set an alarm for myself to go and ride my bike on the evenings on Friday and Saturday. So that's just an example of that. And I just wanted to give you that before we go, because it's time, y'all. 8:34, 8:34, And we are done. It just goes so fast. And I really enjoy being here with you guys. And I thank you for watching live in the Single Moms Club and also on Single Moms Level Up YouTube page. If you're watching on the YouTube page and you want to join the Single Moms Club, the private Facebook group, you can do that by just searching the Single Moms Club in Facebook groups and it will pop up. Go ahead and request to join. 3 questions will show up. And I would like for you to answer those 3 questions honestly because we are using the information that you give us to serve you better, to provide you with the things that the subjects and things that you guys are saying that you're having a hard time with, that you need some help with, because that's the whole point of this group is for encouragement um, and um, and for us to go from just surviving to CEO in every area of our lives through self care, self love, and self education. I will see you guys tomorrow, Thursday. It will be day 4. Your homework for today is to write down some goals. Or actually, you may not have your goals yet. Let's make this the homework. Write down the activities that you liked the most when you were little, the ones that just made you happy. Write down what those activities are. Make a list of them and see which one of those that you would like to include in your goal for your journal. And mind you, your journal can be that lined paper that you get your kids every year during school, or you can get purchase a journal, or you can participate by putting thumbs up, sharing, comments in the Single Moms Club, and then you will be put in the running to win the Single Moms Queen Kit, which has a journal in it. And I'll also write in the leaders, the guides in there as to what to write in those areas for your journal in the beginning, and then I'll put a little special note in there just for you. And yeah, then you'll have a single mom queen kit with self-love items and self-care. So thank you so much for watching again, you guys. I'm enjoying my time with you. I hope you're enjoying it too, and I hope this is informational. Co-parenting does require a lot of things, and it requires us to work on ourselves so that we can work on the relationships that we have with the other parent, and the relationships that we have with our kids will also benefit from this as well. Hey, Christine, glad you came on. We're done, but you can watch the replay. I think it takes about 5-10 minutes for the replay to pop up. So you can watch the replay. The replays are available for day 1, 2, and now 3. They will be available in the Facebook group. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Much love. And as I say, hashtag single moms level up. Bye.